Hi everyone. So I'm a little late on my end of weekend update. It's actually Friday. Wanted to kind of give y'all a glimpse into how the plants are doing today. Now that the light boost is on and you'll have plenty of light to see what all is growing. Almost everything is growing at this point. There are a couple Y pods. I'm not sure if they are duds or if they're just taking a little longer to sprout. I also received an order that I had placed from Garden. I received some jalapenos that I popped into an empty spot. A couple of other things. What were they? Banana peppers, I think. Yeah. Banana peppers. I think mini okra was one. I just basically have to look for the things that haven't sprouted yet. And cabbage. They also gave me a mystery plant, which I thought was really cute. I haven't planted it yet. And then I had another set of peas, but I already have some peas sprouting. But yeah, apparently I'm sprouting a Mario or a Luigi. And it says just pop it in if we haven't added food to the garden yet or start it in the nursery. So I'm gonna wait just because honestly, this is a lot of plants already. I'm a little overwhelmed here. They all started sprouting around the same time, and I got a notification on the app that eventually I will have to start the sad process of thinning out the little sprouts, which I don't want to. I have seen some videos online where people break open the rock wool and take the little sprouts apart and kind of keep them and replant them, but that seems like a lot of work. And maybe if I can get this thing really going and I have the room, I can kind of transplant them into other containers. But right now I'm full. I was really motivated to fill this thing up. So I currently have 30 plants growing or waiting to grow. This is my favorite one. This green bean is incredible. My son is so excited by the little seed casing there at the top. Even my oregano, tiny little baby sprouts coming up there, which is very exciting. And then my microgreens are doing really well. I think tonight I will snip off some of these and put them in an omelet. What else? Oh, wanted to do a tour of the other plants in the house. So let's take a gander downstairs. So I have a cat and 2 dogs, and the dogs aren't so bad about eating plants. They more want to knock them down and make a mess in the dirt, but the cat likes to eat the plants. So I have to keep most of my plants contained. I do have an example of my pothos growing ability. Pothos. There's one who has taken over the top of my cabinets, and there's the other one that's taken over the other cabinets. I thought it would be too dim in here because my husband likes to leave the blinds shut most of the time. If I work from home, I will open them so they get a little bit of light, but they seem to be thriving. I have another pothos that's in the window of my shower, but I figure y'all probably don't want to see that. Let's see. These are some transplanted pothos. When I planted them in these little teeny tiny containers, they're really not that big. They were probably about this high, and you can see they have just exploded. But I keep most of my plants in my office. And say hello to my puppies. Puppies! I work from home and they're very attached to me. Another pothos that is taking over. And let's see, bamboo, Christmas cactus. This little guy here is the top of my barrel cactus that my husband brought home to me. He got so tall, he was starting to lean, so I snipped off the top and replanted him into a bigger pot. So you can see the base is starting to widen out a little bit. I had to stake him because he was falling over. And then I planted the top after it dried out into a separate pot, so hopefully they both continue to grow. But yeah, plants everywhere. These pothos kind of take over. My snake plants, so I would say all of these snake plants are really just descendants from 2 snake plants that I had to break apart and repot, because every time I plant one, they do this. You can see this is a whole new plant right here. It just shot up out of the bottom. Another example, let me see. This one here has one that shot up out of the bottom, and they just keep growing. Christmas cactus that a coworker about 11 years ago gave me, and the one it came from is in my office at work. It is huge, and every once in a while these stalks will drop off, and I just stick them in water until roots pop out, and then I bring it home and replant it. I think this one looks like he has a little flower on the end. Another Christmas cactus. It just got done blooming. And then I do have there's a fig in the corner. It's doing really well. And a tropical, I think this is a sage palm. And then this one's name is Robin. Robin used to be much smaller and is named after my mom, because when my mom passed away in 2020, my coworkers gifted me this. So I have kept this alive for 5 years. I think they call it has a nickname. It's a lily, a peace lily, but I think the nickname is drama lily, because when it needs water, it tends to wilt, and it's very noticeable. But as soon as you pour some water in there, the thing springs up, which I find really funny. But yeah, this one's name is Robin. Can't believe it's been 5 years, but I've kept it alive. So yeah, happy tour day. I keep waiting for my app to tell me that it's time to give my plants food, but I have a feeling since I popped those extra plants in there, I kind of delayed the process, which is fine. I haven't received any notifications to add water to the tank yet either, so I'm waiting on that too. I'm trying to think if I have any other updates. Eventually, when things start blooming upstairs, I will turn on a fan to kind of move that pollen around. I've heard that helps with plants that don't have other plants to pollinate it. And yeah, that's all the updates I have for now. So thank you for watching. I will try to have an update for you all next week. Talk to you later. Bye.